Linda baked 200 cookies. She sold 60 of them. What percentage of the cookies Linda baked was sold? So now this 200 is the total. This is the number sold. So when they want the percentage of the number of cookies sold, what you do is the number sold divided by the total multiplied by 100%. This 20 and this 20 you can cancel. Then this 2 is 2 divided by 2, which is 1. 60 divided by 2, you will get 30. So the answer is 30%. Andy received $500. He gave $70 to his mother. What percentage of the money did Andy give to his mother? So Andy received 500. This 500 is the total. He gave $70 to his mother. So this is the amount he gave. And they want to know percentage of the money he gave to his mother. So the amount of money he gave divided by the total, which is 500, multiplied by 100%. These 20 and these 20 cancel. 70 divided by 5. So you will get 14. Why? 70 divided by 5. 5 times 1, 5. You left 20. 5 times 4, 20. So you get 14%. The answer is 1. There were 900 pupils in a hall. In the hall, 60% of the pupils were boys and the rest were girls. How many girls were there in the hall? So 900 pupils is the total, which is equal to 100%. So how do we do that? 100% is 900. So we will go down to easier one, which is 10%. What do we do? 100 become 10 is divided by 10. So this side also divided by 10. So 900 divided by 10, you were left with 90. Okay? If 60% of the pupils were boys, so that means 100% minus 60%, which is 40%. So that means 40% are the girl. So how to find 40%? 10 become 40, which is multiplied by 4. So this side also 90 multiplied by 4. You will get 360. So the answer is 2. Next, Jonathan had $300. He spent $60. What percentage of the money did he spend? They give you the amount that he spent, and they want to ask you the percentage that he spent. And you know this 300 is the total. So what do we do? 60, the amount that he spent, divided by the total, which is 300, multiplied by 100%. Why? Because they are asking for percentage. So this 0, this 20, and this 20 cancel. 3 divided by 3, 1. 6 divided by 3 is 2. Then this is 0. So you get 20%. The answer is 1. Express 8 over 25 as a percentage. So when this type of question comes, what do? We write 8 over 25. The base, the denominator of this have to be 100 in order to convert it into percentage. So what do? Times 4, which we will get 32 over 100, which is 32%. How do we get it? It's 32 over 100 multiplied by 100%. So 100 and 100 gone, become 32%. So the answer is 3. The figure is divided into 25 equal parts. What percentage of the figure is shaded? So the total is 25 here. So we will put the base as 25. How many is shaded? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of them are shaded. And what we need is percentage of the figure, which is shaded. So I have 8, which is shaded, divided by the total, which is 25. So 25 is the total. So 8 over 25 multiplied by, because I want the percentage, 100%. 25 divided by 25, we get 1. Then 100 divided by 25, we get 4. So 8 times 4, 32. So the answer is 32%. The figure below is made up of 2 identical squares. What percentage of the figure is shaded? So these 20 identical squares is total. So we will be putting as denominator 20. What percentage of the figure is shaded? So we need to count how many we shaded. Okay, so 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And these 2 halves add together become 6. 2 halves become 1, right? So it's total 6. So 6 over 20 multiplied by 100%. So 0, 0, cancel. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 6 divided by 2 is 3. So 3 times 10, you get 30%. So the answer is 30%. Express the shaded part as a percentage. So let's look at this. You can see all these are having the same length. That means they are equally divided. And another thing that you notice is each of this rectangle, you can see this is a rectangle, is divided into half. Okay? And let's look at this. So since that side is divided into half, I will divide this rectangle into half as well. So now let's look at this. How many do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So total, we have 10 of this, the half triangle here. Okay, so the base is going to be, the denominator is going to be 10. Now, how many shaded? We have shaded 1, 2, 3. So 3 over 10 multiplied by, we want the percentage, so 100%. So 0, 0 cancel. We left 3 and a 10. Multiply each other, you get 30%. So the answer is 30%. In exam, if you get this type of question, you must divide in whichever way you can see. You might have to redraw, or you might have to cut them into pieces, equal pieces, so that you can count properly. The figure is made up of 20 identical rectangles. So that means this 20 identical, which is total. Okay, so you already know total is 20 identical rectangle, which is equal to 100%. Okay, so 100% is 20. Then what about 10%? 100 become 10, which is divided by 10. So this side also divided by 10, you will get 2. So 10% is 2. Now, the question is, how many more rectangles must be shaded so that 30% of the figure is left unshaded? That means they want this 30% to be unshaded. So let's figure out 30%. So if 10% is 2, 30% means becoming more, so multiply by 3. So this side also multiply by 3. So 2 times 3, you get 6. So the meaning is 6 of this rectangle should be left unshaded. Okay, so you already know 20 is the total. 6 should be left unshaded. So the shaded one should be 14. This one should be shaded. Now, how many more rectangles must be shaded? They already shaded 4. Okay, they have already shaded 4. So 14 minus 4, which is already shaded, you left with 10. So that means you have to shade 10 more in order to become 70% of the figure is shaded, which left 30% of the figure unshaded. So the answer is 10. Carol bought a dress which included a GST of 9%. The price of the dress before GST was $70. How much did Carol pay for the dress? So 100% of the dress price is $70. So we have to find 9% is how much? So 100% is $70. Let me clear this first. I will rewrite this. Okay. 100% of the dress is $70. So we will find 1%. Why do I find 1%? Because I need to find 9%. I cannot find 10%. Okay. I need to find 1%. So what do? 100 become 1. So that means divided by 100. So this side also 70 divided by 100. So 0, 0 cancel. It is going to look like this. 7 over 10, which is equal to 0.7. Okay, so 1% is equal to 0.7. Now we need to find 9%. So 1% become 9% multiplied by 9. So 0.7 multiplied by 9. So 7 times 9, 63. So you will get 6.30. So that means 9% of GST is 6.30, $6.30. So how much did Carol pay for the dress? Because she need to pay together with the GST, right? So what do? Total is going to be $70, which is the original price of the dress, plus the 9% GST, which is $6.30. So total is going to be $76.30. So that is the answer. Mr. Lee had 4,500 in his bank account. The bank paid 3% interest at the end of each year. How much interest did he earn? Did he earn at the end of 1 year? So Mr. Lee has 4,500. Okay, so 100% is $4,500. Okay, the bank paid 3% interest. So how do we find the 3% interest? 3% interest is equal to 4,500 multiplied by 3% interest, right? 3 over 100. So this 20 and this 20, they can cancel. So we left with 45 multiply by 3, which will give you 135. 135. So they want interest he earned at the end of 1 year. So interest is 135. If the question asks how much total he have in his bank account after 1 year, what you have to do is this amount plus the interest. If they ask the total amount that he have in his bank account after end of 1 year, okay? But for this case, they only ask interest, so we only write interest. The usual price of a dining table was 950. During a sale, all items were sold at 20% discount. What was the price of the dining table after the discount? So, original price is 100%. Discount is 20%. So, what is the price after discount? Okay, after discount, isn't it going to be 100% minus 20%, which is equal to 80%? Okay, so the usual price of the dining table was 950. So this is the 100% price. What are they asking? What was the price of the dining table after the discount? So they are asking the 80% of the dining table. Okay, so what we are going to do is 950 multiplied by 80% is 80 over 100. Okay, this zero cancel, this zero and this zero cancel. So you can see you only left with 95 multiplied by 8. So 8 times 5, you left with 760. So this is the price of the dining table after the discount. So the answer is 760. Okay, this is one method of doing. I will teach you another method. Now, same thing. Original price is 100%, which is 950. Now, during the sale, all items are sold at 20% discount. So let's figure out 20% discount, which is 950 multiplied by 20 over 100. So we can cancel this 0, 0, this 0, and this 0. We left with 95 times 2. So we will have 190 here. So what is the discount price? 190. So if you know the discount price, you can find the amount that he paid after the discount. So 950 minus 190. So 950 minus 190. So 0, 9 become 8. This become 15. So 6, 7. There, you get it. 760. So you can use both methods, whichever method is easier for you. Okay, you can find the discount first, minus away from the original price. That way also can. Or you straight away minus 100%, minus away the discount percentage. Then whatever left behind, then multiply with the original price. Also can, whichever way you prefer. In a class of 40 students, 12 students are boys. What percentage of the students are girls? So this is the total. 40 students is a total. Okay. They give you boys. They want the percentage of girls. There are two ways to solve this problem. First thing first, I want to find the percentage of boys. So percentage of boys is going to be 12 over 40 multiplied by 100%. Okay, so 0, 0 cancel. 4 divided by 4, 1. 12 divided by 4, 3. Equal to 30%. So what do I get? Boys are 30%. So girls, percentage of girls is going to be 100% minus 30%, which is equal to 70%. Okay, this is method 1. Now, method 2, what do? We have the total 40 students. So 40 minus, I want to get the girls, right? So 40 minus 12, which will give you 28. So 28 are the girls. Okay, if I want to find percentage of girls, 28 divided by the total, which is 40, multiplied by 100%. So 0, this 0 cancel. 4 divided by 4, 1. 28 divided by 4, you get 7. 7 and 10 multiply each other, so you get 70%. You can use both ways. So the answer is 70%. Alex received a monthly allowance of $1,000. He spends 80% of his allowance and saves the rest. How many months will it take him to save a total of $12,000? So his monthly allowance is $1,000, which is the 100%. He spent 80%. So he used up 18% and saved the rest. So how to find the percentage of saving? So percentage of saving is going to be 100% minus 80%, left with 20%. So this is the percentage of saving. Okay, so now let's figure out how much is the 20%. Okay, so percentage of saving, so amount of saving, the actual amount, how are we going to find? That means $1,000 multiplied by this 20%. Okay, this 0 cancel, 20 cancel, 10 times 20, you will get $200. So every month he is saving. This is saving. Okay, he is saving $200. Now, they want to know how many months will it take him to save a total of $12,000. So if you want to find number of months, okay, what you are going to do is 12,000 divided by 200. Okay, so this 0 cancel, this 0 cancel. You left with 120 divided by 2, which will give you 60. So he need to take 60 months to save $12,000. So the answer is 60. Mr. Sim had 240 kettles for sale. He sold 45% of them last week. How many kettles did he sell last week? So this 240 is total, which is 100%. He sold 45%. He sold 45% and they asked for how much he sold. How many kettles did he sell? Okay, so what we are going to do is number of kettles sold is going to be 240 multiplied by 45%, right? So 45 divided by 100. 0, 0, cancel. 10 divided by 5, you get 2. 45 divided by 5, you get 9. Then 24, this is 2 divided by 2 is 1. 24 divided by 2 is 12. So 12 times 9, you get 108. Always try to reduce the number all the way to the smallest, as small as possible, so that it's easier for you to just use a mental calculation, because most of the time you cannot use calculator for this type of question. You have to do manual calculation. So the smaller the number, the easier for you to calculate. So the answer is 108. Okay, this question is a paper 2 question. So you can use calculator for this. You can use calculator. Okay, so let's read. The usual price of a tour package to Korea was 2,380. During a promotion, Mrs. Lee bought a tour package at a discount of 15%. In addition, she had to pay 9% GST on the discounted price. How much did she pay for the tour package? Now, what is the 100% price? So 100% is 2,380. Okay. During promotion, Mrs. Lee bought a tour package at a discount of 15%. So after discount will be how much? 100% minus 15%. You left with 85%. Okay. So amount she paid, amount before GST, okay, is going to be 2,380 multiplied by 85%. You can just key in this in your calculator. So 2,380 multiplied by 85%, you will get 2,023. Okay, then you got to pay 9% GST on this amount after the discount. Okay, this is also amount after discount, but before GST. So 9% GST is calculated on this 2,023 multiplied by 9%. Okay, which will give you 182.0707. Okay, so what is the total she need to pay? So total is going to be amount after GST, which is 2,023, okay, plus this GST 182.07. So you will get the total of $2,205.07. So $ 2205.07. Okay, this is method 1. Now, I will show you another method. Same thing, usual price of tour package to Korea was 2,380. During a promotion, Mrs. Lee bought a tour package at a discount of 15%. So same thing, 100% minus 15%, you left with 85%. So amount after discount, but before GST, is going to be 2,380 multiplied by 85%, which will give you 2,023. Now, this amount with GST, 9%, what do we do? 2,023, this 9%, this one become new 100%. So 9% is going to be 109%. So 2,023 times 109%, you will straight away get 2,205.07. This is method 2. So $ 2205.07. So choose whichever method you are comfortable with. And thank you.